Hello, this is Trevor with Park Cities Obedience School, and we have Deirdre, who's working Jake for his demonstration. All right. When you work with Jake, several tips is to make sure he has plenty of exercise throughout the day. He is a puppy who's got lots of energy, and sometimes the energy can be too distracting for him to want to learn and pay attention. So plenty of exercise will definitely help. The first thing we always teach every dog is their name. And when we say their name, you want them to look up at us. Okay? So when you say Jake, he looks up just like he did, and then you instantly praise him. So anything you want him to do, and he does it for you, praise him. Anything he does that you don't want him to do, you give corrections. All right? Praise him for everything he does. After we teach his name, we teach the command, let's go, walking on a loose leash. You say, let's go, you pat your left side, and then you start walking. Do not wait for him to start walking. Just start, okay? Praise him as he walks alongside you. As you notice, Deirdre doesn't even hold the leash. It's that intermediate between leash and off-leash walking. When you walk, the leash must be loose. There can't be tight or tension in it because that's not walking. That's either him pulling you or you pulling him, and that's not the point of walking, getting him to walk next to you. Okay? The first correction you use is or no to show him, say, hey, this is not what you're supposed to be doing, you need to fix it. After if he doesn't heed your verbal correction, give a physical correction. And it's a quick pop of the leash or a pinch with your fingers on a scruff or on his side or his back side. Just something physically to let him know, or you can grab that webbing right there to let him know that he's doing something wrong. Okay? After we teach let's go, we teach sit. Sit. So you want to say his name to get his attention and then tell him to sit. Once he's in a sit, praise him, praise him, praise him. Okay? And that's exactly what he should do. He's very attentive, as you can see. Now the next thing we teach is a sit-stay. Put him in a sit, praise him for the sit, and then you're going to take your hand, put it right in front of his face like Deirdre does, and tell him to stay. Now on his sit-stays, every once in a while he gets a little lazy, and he'll actually go into a down. Okay? Depending on your personal preference, you can either let him lay down, or if you want to keep him up, if he does lay down, pick him back up and say, put him back into the sit-stay and make him do it. Lots of praise. When you work with him at first, don't use any distractions, just maybe you and him alone, just so he can understand. Up, and there's the laying down. So like she's doing up, and then a few quick little tugs. Make him get up. Put him back in a sit and make him stay again. Once you've gotten Jake to do the commands for you with no distractions, you can kick a toy around, have another person walk in the room, things like that, to get him distracted so he knows he has to do the commands no matter what is going on. Okay. You release him with the commands, okay, and that'll give him the word to release him. Basically, he can get up and walk around the room, do whatever he would like, except break the house rules. And those are, no jumping, no pulling on the leash, no excessive barking, no chewing on the leash, things like that you put forth. Okay? When you do sit-stays, they're good for about 15 to 30 seconds at first with Jake. He is a puppy, so his attention span probably won't be there as much as a adult dog who's had fully exercise. Okay?
Handle a big distraction.
Okay. So we have a client who's coming in, who's dropping their dog off, and we're going to walk their dog through. And this is a really big distraction. Other dogs that want to play and greet Jake, he has to do a sit, and he has to do it. And the big key thing is to pay attention to his body language and communicate. If he is doing what you want to, give him praise, but the moment he starts to make that mistake, correct him. No, and then quick pop. And then right there, he's actually doing a lot better. So as you can see, as long as you are there to correct him and show him what is expected of him, he will do it. And when he does things like that, release him and lots of praise. Let him know he's doing correctly. Okay?
Jake. Okay, good job, buddy.
After we teach a sit, stay, we teach down. So you tell him to sit. And when you do down, you take your hand right in front of his face. And as you say down, you lower your hand to the ground. And you can see he laid right down.
Someone else come in. Jake. Big. Sit.
So right there, she said his name and he didn't look right at her. So she poked him real quick and he looked up.
Down.
So he's getting a little distracted. So she gives the verbal and the physical. And then she makes him do it as the last correction. So she folded him into a down. And then she goes right into praising him.
Okay. People coming in all of a sudden. Good boy, Jake. Jake, sit. Jake, down. Pay attention. No. Okay.
So being distracted because he is a puppy, you definitely want to make him do it. All right? The reason you want to make him do it is because you want your words to have meaning. So that when you do say sit or down or stay, that it actually understands that he just doesn't get to decide, you know what, I'm not going to do this right now.
Stay.
He has to do it because you said it and he respects you to do it.
Good boy. Stay.
Now a down stay is the same as a sit stay for the hand signal. Now the time-wise is going to be longer. You're looking at 30 to 45 seconds.
Stay.
And we have another big distraction coming through. When you practice your distractions, if you have other dogs, have them walk. Once you feel really confident that he's going to do them, take him to, things like PetSmart, Home Depot. Take him to, a dog park. Take him to a place where, a lot of people are going to be walking around. And put him in a downstay and make him do it as people and dogs walk by.
Good boy. Stay, Jake. Stay. Good boy, Jake.
Here comes another dog through.
Good boy.
Lots of praise for him.
Good boy. Yay, good job.
And that's exactly what he should be doing.
Good boy. Okay.
He did very, very good, so lots of praise for him. Okay? Now, the last command that we're fixing to teach is called the come command. All right, you want to get him on we start on a 6-foot leash, then we move up to a 20 to 30-foot leash. When you do this command, you want him completely distracted. When he's not paying attention to you, you're going to say his name.
Trevor.
Jake, hey bud. And up close on Jake.
Jake. Come.
Okay, you want to say his name when he's not looking.
Good boy.
When he looks at you, praise him. Tell him to come. And if you notice, Deirdre clapped her hands right in front of her, which gives him a target to run to. Lots of praise the entire way he's coming to you. And when he's right in front of you, we tell him to sit. You can use toys, you can use people, dogs, treats,
Good boy.
other things to distract him, to use him to do the come command.
Good boy. Good job. Okay, you want to play fetch a little bit?
All right, so now, when you do fetch is the same thing as the come command, okay? Except it's usually off leash and with a toy. So practice your fetch command with a long leash. You don't have to reel the leash back in when you do fetch, but it's there to guide him back to you if he gets too distracted.
Oh, good sit.
All right, so take the toy,
Okay. Go get it.
gets it, and then tell him to come. Praise him the entire time, and then we have him sit.
There's a good sit. Good. Okay.
Now, when you're playing fetch, one of the things you want to remember is that the moment he stops playing with you and bringing it back to you is the moment you take the toy away, like right here. Like this is exactly what you want to do. Grab a hold of the leash, make him come to you the entire time,
Sit.
make him sit, take the toy away, and then you do not play anymore that day or for that session. Because what you're showing him is, as long as he keeps bringing the ball back to you and playing fetch, you will continue to throw the ball. And it shows him that the moment he stops playing with you is the fun ends, and you go back to working.
Hey. If there's anything in the office, it's just like, okay, Jake.
Yeah, he gets very easily distracted with noises and things, and that's a lot to do with age. So you need to basically make him focus on you
Jake.
by poking his sides, pinching his scruff just to make him look.
Teeth.
All right, so we're going to do the toothbrush.
Good boy.
And if you want to bring him closer.
Okay, I'll get him up. I did use treats for this. Stay.
Okay, so Deirdre did use treats for this, just to get him used to it at first. Eventually, you can start to wean off the treats. So at first,
Let's go.
he's going to bring him a little bit closer now.
We're here.
Yeah, that's good.
Jake, sit.
Okay, so she puts him in a sit.
Cookie.
She gives him a, oh, he's going to smell the toothbrush.
Whoops, dropped one, didn't I? Good boy, buddy. Good boy.
So put him in a sit. Brush his teeth a little bit, hold his muzzle. You know, brush one side, praise him, give him a treat, let him know, hey, this is a good thing, you know? He gets praised, he gets rewarded for someone brushing his teeth. And you know, at first he still might fight a little, but as you continue to show him that it's not the end of the world and that he has to do this, that he'll stop resisting as much, and he'll just lay there and let you brush his teeth.
Good boy. Good.
There you go. Now see how he's not resisting as much? He gets a few treats to praise him, to let him know, hey, it's not a bad thing to get your teeth brushed.
Good boy.
And that's exactly how you should brush his teeth. If he, you know, tries to shake away, you know, scruff him, and just make him let you brush your teeth.
Good boy.
Don't give up is the big thing, and that goes with all the training commands.
Okay, good boy, Jake.
All right, that's the tutorial and the demonstration of Jake. If you have any questions, you can call us. You'll be sent it home with a folder with all the commands and how he is with us. Things might change with you. He could be better at some things with us, or better with some things at you. When you get to pick up Jake, we will definitely go over the folder.
Forgot the jumping.
Oh, and the jumping. Hey, Vanity. All right, so to work on jumping,
Sit.
will you come in here real quick? To jump is, the big rule is to always put him in a sit or a sit stay before he gets pet or attention. That way he understands he's got to be calm and relaxed. And you can actually, we call it setting him up.
Demonstrate no jumping
So
for the video.
you take him, you know how Deirdre was bouncing around and out, acting all excited and patting her body, is what you want to do to entice him when he greets people. So
Sit. Good boy. Okay.
and this is exactly what he's supposed to do. He can walk up to him, and he started to jump. She said, and he stopped jumping, and he sat right back down, and that is exactly what's supposed to happen. If he does jump, scruff, and I'll show you tomorrow, the jump handles, like see how she grabbed right there? She said, and he sat down instantly. That's exactly how you should correct him if he jumps. And then once he's calm and relaxed, give him that praise. And that's exactly what he should be doing. You'll just have to show him that anything you don't want him to do is unacceptable.
He's tired. I know. He's pooped. Good boy. Okay.
So that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call. Thank you.